Hello and welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. This story is for intermediate English learners. Ready? Well, let's get started. B1, B2 English story. Moving to the Highlands. Lucy and Tom had spent their entire lives in Glasgow. They met at college and had been together for over 10 years. They loved urban life, but after years of working in digital marketing and graphic design, they craved something different. They loved to holiday in the countryside, and the idea of moving to the Scottish Highlands, where they could work remotely as content creators, had always been a distant dream. But as remote work became more common, they decided to make the leap and turn that dream into reality. They spent hours researching remote jobs, locations, and the costs involved in moving before they finally took the plunge and did it. The village they chose was nestled deep in the Highlands, miles away from the nearest town. The drive from Glasgow took them through winding roads, past wonderful mountains, and along serene lochs. The landscape was breathtaking, with an endless stretch of green hills, rugged cliffs, and ancient forests. As they approached the village, the sight of quaint stone cottages and the clear, still waters of a nearby loch filled them with excitement and a sense of peace they hadn't felt in years. Their new home was a small, whitewashed cottage with a thatched roof and a garden full of wild flowers. The air was crisp and fresh, and the only sounds were the distant call of birds and the gentle rustling of the trees in the breeze. It was a world away from the crowded streets of Glasgow, where they lived in an overpriced modern flat. Tom set up his workspace by a large window overlooking the loch. The view became his daily inspiration as he worked on designing websites and digital content for clients. Luckily, he had got a job for an agency and so had plenty of work coming in. Lucy, a writer, found the perfect spot in the garden to set up her laptop in the summer months. She loved the tranquility of the outdoors and often wrote for hours. She had arranged for a company to build her a working shed in their garden, complete with an internet connection and electricity, so she could have a space for work away from the house. Life in the village was a refreshing change of pace. The local community was small but welcoming. Lucy and Tom quickly became friends with their neighbours, who taught them about the wildlife, history, and even some local phrases. The couple felt as though they had stepped back in time, where life moved more slowly, and every day was an opportunity to appreciate their new surroundings. Work took on a new meaning in the Highlands. Without the distractions of city life, Lucy and Tom found themselves more productive and more connected to their jobs. They began creating content that reflected their new life. Lucy wrote stories about the landscapes, and Tom created videos of their hikes through the mountains. Together, they took photos that captured the harshness of the Scottish weather. Their social media following grew as people became fascinated with the couple's journey and the idyllic life they had created. Sometimes they missed Glasgow and their friends and family, but they made sure to visit them at least once every 2 months. They also had a plethora of visitors since they moved away, as everyone wanted to visit them. So any homesickness quickly went away. Now, let's go through some of the vocabulary from this story. There are quite a lot of new words in this story. Let's start with agency. An agency is an organisation that provides a specific service. For example, luckily he had got a job for an agency and so had plenty of work coming in. You'll find in British English, some people say I work for a company, so for an agency, or they might say I work at a company or at an agency. Ancient. Ancient means very old or from a long time ago. The landscape was breathtaking, with an endless stretch of green hills, rugged cliffs, and ancient forests. Approached or to approach means to come closer or move towards something. So as they approached, they came closer to the village. The sight of quaint stone cottages and the clear still waters of the nearby loch filled them with excitement. Arranged or to arrange means to plan or organise something in advance. She arranged for a company to build her a working shed in their garden. Common. If something is common, it occurs frequently or is shared by many. As remote work became more common, they decided to make the leap. So you can make the leap or you can take the leap. Connection. Connection is a link or relationship between things or people. She arranged for a company to build her a working shed in their garden, complete with an internet connection and electricity. Created or to create means to make or bring something into existence. They created an idyllic life. Some people pronounce this idyllic or idyllic. Designing or to design means to create or plan something artistically or practically. The view became his daily inspiration as he worked on designing websites. Excitement. Excitement is a feeling of great enthusiasm or eagerness. The loch filled them with excitement. Involved or to involve means to take part in or have a role in something. They spent hours researching remote jobs, locations, and the costs involved in moving. Appreciate. To appreciate means to value or recognize the worth of something. Every day was an opportunity to appreciate their new surroundings. Breathtaking. If something is breathtaking, it is extremely beautiful or astonishing. The landscape was breathtaking. Clients. Clients are people who use professional services or products. The view became his inspiration as he worked on websites for his clients. Endless. If something is endless, it has no limits or end. The landscape was breathtaking, with an endless stretch of green hills. Entire. Entire means whole or complete. Lucy and Tom had spent their entire lives in Glasgow. Fascinated. If something is fascinating or you are fascinated by something, it is extremely interested or interesting and captivating. People became fascinated with the couple's life. Inspiration. means something that motivates or encourages creative action. The view became his daily inspiration. Overlooking or to overlook means to have a view from a high position. Tom set up his workspace for a large window overlooking the loch. Reality. Reality is the state of things as they actually exist. They decided to make or take the leap of faith and turn that dream into a reality. Remote. Remote means far away from popular areas. They loved to holiday in remote areas. Stretch. Stretch is an area of land or space that extends over a distance. The landscape was breathtaking, with an endless stretch of green hills. Surroundings. Surroundings are the environment or area around a place. Every day was an opportunity to appreciate their new surroundings. Urban. Anything that is urban relates to a city or a town. They loved urban life, but after years of working in digital marketing and graphic design, they craved something different. Landscape. Landscape is the visible features of an area of land. Lucy wrote stories about the landscapes. Sometimes artists draw landscapes. Local. Local relates to a particular area and it is usually nearby to where you live. The local community was small but welcoming. Nearby. Nearby means close to a particular place. As they approached the village, the sight of quaint stone cottages was close by, was nearby. Nearest. Nearest means closest in distance. The village they chose was nestled deep in the Highlands, miles away from the nearest town, so nothing was nearby. Opportunity. Opportunity is a chance or set of circumstances that make something possible. They appreciated the opportunity to enjoy their new surroundings. Outdoors. Outdoors is the opposite of indoors. It is the open air or natural environment. She loved the outdoors. Phrases. Phrases are a small group of words that work together as a unit within a sentence. So they taught them some local phrases, maybe some idioms, for example, that they only speak in the Highlands. Homesick. Homesick is when you are longing for home, when you have been away from your home. So sometimes you might feel homesick if you are not close to your home, or perhaps you miss your home cooking. Plenty. Plenty means a large or sufficient amount of something. He had plenty of work coming in, so he had lots of work coming in. Plenty means lots of, or enough. I've got plenty of food. I've got plenty of money. I've got plenty of friends means I've got enough. Sense. A sense is a feeling or perception about something. They had a sense of peace they hadn't felt in years. Social. Social means relating to the interaction of people or communities. Their social media following grew as people became fascinated with the couple's journey. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story and the vocabulary explanations. Thank you for stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You can become a Lovely English Stories supporter by clicking the link in the description box below. Join and support the channel. You can also get productive and check out our language learning productivity packs on Etsy. Use code YouTube10 for 10% off. Again, you can find the link in the description box below. See you soon!